So think of your most favorite electronic song, or at least one of your top 3 favorites. Now think about the melody or the bass line, whatever, doesn't matter, either one of those two. Now answer me this, is the rhythm written in duple or tuplet format? If you're not sure or you have no idea what I'm talking about, keep watching and I will explain. Nearly every rhythm is written in either duple or tuplet format. There are lesser used variations of both, but generally these are the only two you will encounter. So what are they? What are rhythm formats and why are they important to know? How do you tell the difference between them? A rhythm format simply governs the placement of the individual notes in a rhythm. So basically, they exist to make sure that your beat or melody or bass line or whatever doesn't sound, weird or random. And they're actually quite easy to understand. Let's start with comparing duple and tuplet melodies side by side so you can hear the difference. This is the duple version of this melody. And here is the tuplet form. Again, here is the tuplet version of this melody. And here is the duple form. Now it's worth mentioning that there are songs that alternate between tuplet and duple formats, sometimes even in the same melody. And we'll talk about that later in a little bit, but first let me explain the duple format. Duple formatted rhythms are simply rhythms that can be divided by powers of 2. For those of you that already know a little bit of music theory, half notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, and 16th notes are all part of duple notation. Duple means 2. So for reference, when you have a whole note, you divide that by 2, you get half notes. You divide that, you get 4 quarter notes. You divide that, you get eighth notes, and then you get 16th notes. But for beginners, none of that's really useful or important. All you need to know for now is how to recognize and how to write duple rhythms. So in FL Studio, to write a duple melody, all you need to do is make sure that your snap settings is set to one of these. And that's it. Anything you write with the pencil tool now is going to be a duple rhythm. Now let's move on to the tuplet. The tuplet compatible snap settings are shown here. Now everything you compose while using these snap settings will be in tuplet format. Now, alternating between duple and tuplet is completely fine. Martin Garrix does it all the time. But it's not okay to have both duple and a tuplet rhythm playing at the same time. That's why it's really important to know the difference. So let's make up a little scenario. Say we have a tuplet melody going on, with an accompanying duple bass line and some duple percussion. In isolation, these patterns sound great. Nothing seems to be wrong with them, but when combined, it sounds like a 5-year-old made it. This could be easily fixed by remaking the melody to be duple so it fits in with the percussion and the bass line. Now let's do another example. Let's say I've got this cool little melody going on, and I need to arrange a build-up to the drop. Here's my melody. Here's my build-up. Everything seems fine, but when we combine it, it sounds like a big train wreck. Since it's obviously easier to redo a snare buildup than it is to completely scrap and rewrite the melody, all we need to do here is duplify the snare pattern. So to finish up this lesson, I'd like to play some clips from songs of various genres, and your goal is to determine whether the song was written in duple or tuplet format. So what do you guys think about that? Was that a duple bass line or a tuplet bass line? If you guessed duple, you are correct, and congratulations, you got that one right. So how about this drop? Was that duple or tuplet? This one's actually tuplet. You can hear the triplets going on. Let's switch it up with some dubstep. What do you think about this? Duple or tuplet? The rhythm in this part of the song is indeed a duple rhythm format. So let's drop this classic Net Sky track and tell me what you think, duple or tuplet? This one is probably going to stump a lot of people. This is actually duple. I really hope this helped you guys, and if you're watching this and you're still confused, or you still have questions, or if you think I was unclear about something, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm more than willing to reiterate on anything I've said. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video. Share it with your friends. Thanks so much. Peace out.